Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, fellow CEOs of our own kitchens. What? How's everybody doing? Hi, this is Jan. Welcome to another episode on the Save Money and More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Happy Monday. I know some people can't put those two words together in the same sentence. Well, this is actually Monday, July 8th that I'm recording this because, as you know, or some of you may know, I record a week in advance. Can I tell you something? The humidity here in New York is so thick, I could cut it with a knife. I actually had to turn on my air conditioner much earlier in the day than I normally would. It was that bad. I don't like to do that, but I did. Sometimes you just have to cave in really, really horrible. And that reminds me, another thing that could be a little bit on the yucky side. If the weather is really, really bad and certain things force you to get to the grocery store sooner rather than later because we don't have certain things in our stockpile. Now, when I was first learning how to stockpile, and believe you me, I am no expert at all in the stockpiling thing. Please know that. I only started doing it a couple years back. But when I was beginning, a viewer that I got to know a little bit better, and we became friends. We would, talk on video chat once in a while. Really, really amazing person. Still is an amazing person. Uh, she reminded me of something about stockpiling. I used to focus more on having the complete products there and ready. She was like, no, it's actually better to have the components to keep regenerating more things. And like at first, I quite did not understand that. Honestly, I'm just saying the goodness, honest truth. But I mean, some of the stuff, of course, is already prepared, things in cans and things of that nature. But there are some things that we can regenerate, reproduce, remanufacture because we are the CEOs of our kitchens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Isn't that a nice name? I like it. But she reminded me of how we can valuably save money, put things together, and pretty much have access to our favorite items much longer, less trips to the grocery store, saving money in so many ways. Not to mention time. And time is important. I know a lot of people don't want to hear about it, but time is really, really important. When you're like 25 and you hear something like this, you're like, who cares? I'm 25. But when you're a little older, it's like time's even more important. I'm just saying. All right. So, what am I exactly talking about? Well, we need to remind ourselves of the simplicity of certain things that in actuality, we can get the components, put them together, and make our own. For example, okay, we can prepare certain mixes, have them readily available. For example, a pancake complete type mix. Yeah, yeah, you don't always have to rely on the pre done box. Don't get me wrong, pre done box, oh, it's all done. Very good. And by the way, what am I talking about when I say pancake complete mix? That's the type of mix. Make pancakes. All you need to do is add a little bit of water. Okay, you just follow the directions. Some people add milk, some people add water. Whatever it is, you add it to it. All right, but we could put the components together. Okay, but Jan, what about eggs? No, 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 no. You put in like self-rising agents. So somewhere, I believe I did create a video about this with this specific recipe. I am going to try to find it and hook it up in the description. If I don't find mine, I'll find someone else's, and you could look at that. So this is a very simple thing to put together because it has common ingredients, and you could put your own pancake complete mix together and save. Okay. The same thing goes for example, for biscuit mixes. A lot of people spend extra money for the packaging and stuff of that nature, but when easily and simply a simple biscuit mix can be put together, you could make it yourself. Put them, follow directions, put them in the jar, store them. You have them. It's readily available. And recently, and this is a coincidence too, because a few weeks ago I stumbled upon an oat milk recipe. okay, to make your own oat milk. I never bothered to record it, okay? Never bothered to record it. And it was so interesting. Just a few days ago, one of my dear viewers made a comment about how, she saves a ton of money making her own oat milk. Because, I mean, milk does not come from oats, okay? We call it oat milk. And it's basically a couple of simple ingredients that, well, if you have plenty of oats and follow the directions and all this and all that, you could make yourself some oat milk any time you want, because it could be very expensive. Those types of milks can be really, really expensive. Um, Also, I don't know when it was, maybe about, let me get it right, probably about close to 2.5 years back. I'm almost positive that this is another recipe I want to look for in a video that I made in reference to making really, really easy bran muffins. Okay. Did you ever go to the store and see, those pre done bran muffins? The kind that look like it could feed an army? When I was a kid, I have to digress a minute. When I was a kid growing up in the 1970s, let me assure you, a muffin was not the monstrous size that they are today. They're really, really, really much too big, in my opinion. Definitely, you could cut them in four, literally, which is fine, which is okay. But people think that that's the way muffins always were, that size. Not true. Not true at all whatsoever. But let's get back to the idea. And the bran muffin that you make from this, I think it has only like a couple of ingredients. Of course, you're going to use a bran cereal, so you get, bran cereal. I have to find that specific recipe, and I definitely have to hook this up in the description. Again, if I don't find my own, then I will research and try to find, somebody else's video, for example, that may have a similar recipe to it. But I'm almost positive that about I don't know, 2.5 years back, that I posted a brand muffin mix. These are just examples. Now, some people, they like to make a quick pizza crust. Okay, instead of buying it in the little box, the little box, like where the corn muffins are. That company, for example, they do have a pizza mix, and I actually did a video on that showing you, and it was delicious. It was absolutely really good. And I do recommend it. And I don't get a thin dime saying that. I mean, from that company. But the thing is this: why can't we put our own easy to do, no yeast involved? Okay. So it's kind of like I would call it a pizza biscuit crust. That's what I would call it, for lack of a more creative terminology. But I'm telling you, it is so worth it. We could learn how to do these things. That's the bottom line of what I'm trying to say on this video today. We can make things ourselves. All it is basically assembly. The same thing goes for a hot chocolate mix. You can make a ton of your own hot chocolate mix, okay, with basic ingredients. We can do it. And at the end of the day, if we use it often enough, we are saving. If you could buy these items in bulk sometimes and get it at a discount, we are saving. Not to mention time, effort, energy, traveling, you get it, so on and so forth, and gas money too. All right, hopefully this will help one person. I do appreciate everybody's time. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to smash down the like button, because this really helps the channel out. I thank you so very, very much. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care now. Bye-bye.